Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Record Service Evan Monroe Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the range with the West Greene Buffaloes football team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Evan Monroe. Coach, how's it going?
It's going, man.
It's Monday afternoon. Got 1 week left in the season.
Yeah.
Got Happy Valley on Friday night. The reason I say 1 week left in the season is we had talked about it last week with the playoff implications. You would have had to win out and beat South Greene, Happy Valley, and have a little bit of help also down the road with Hampton beating South Greene. The first part of that was to beat South Greene on Friday night. Things didn't go as planned that way. Lost 41-7 in the Milk King game on Rebel Hill on Friday night. So just take me through that game. I know it's a hard one to talk about with it being the biggest rival and it being sort of a lopsided loss, but just take me through that loss to South Greene and just take me through everything.
First play of the game, you might as well threw fundamentals out the window for us. Our guy that set the edge sucks inside, take terrible angles to make plays. Safety comes, instead of coming at an angle to cut him off at the sideline, he comes straight down into the box. D-line slanted the wrong way. Talked all week about different things, and first play of the game, we're down 7-0. And as a coach, you're just sitting there frustrated because you're like, but, we played with good effort for most of the game. We never really eased up, never really quit. So I can live with that effort. The one bright spot you take from that is Austin Franklin had a great performance. He single-handedly got probably 90% of our offense, which has kind of been the moral of our team this year. On defense, he had a great pick. They run a post, and he comes from the backside corner to go pick it off when our safety sucked up and got beat deep. He was a bright spot for us that game. I thought Skylar Shelton ran the ball hard. Just the holes just weren't quite there. I thought Alex Johnson had a great game on defense. We rolled him down to the box a lot of times as an extra run guy, and him and Franklin both had the same amount of tackles. I think they both had either 7 or 8. I can't remember what my tally was. But when it just seemed like the ball bounced their way all night. We tipped 2 balls up, and one was for a touchdown that landed right in the kid's hands, and the other one, D lineman goes to pick a screen off. He tips it up, and I think it was Nash just turns around and it hits him right in the hands. He takes off. Luckily, we got him before he got the first down. But, it just seemed like the ball bounced their way a lot of times, and they were better than us. And sometimes in football, you play a team and they're just better than you. And that was the case Friday night.
And I know Austin Franklin, you talked about some of the bright spots with him. You had that great interception. You also had a 68-yard rushing touchdown where he was in the backfield, saw a hole, ran straight through it, took it up the rest of the field untouched. So you had one great offensive play throughout the night, and that's been something that he's done a lot throughout the season, where a lot of times he's had to do it himself in quarterback scrambles like that. And I don't think it was a designed play. I think it was one of those where did he just scramble and find an open hole and go?
No, we had worked a lot about off buck sweep, him reading that backside end.
Okay.
If that backside end comes flying across to take the running back, pull it and go out the back door. He saw a crease he liked, and then he just did what Franklin does. He out-athleted everybody, and he was off and running and scored. Our offense has kind of spit and sputtered at times this year, and he has been very much a bright spot for us. And so we got one more chance to go see what Frankie can do, work a little Frankie magic.
That's true. You got a game on Friday night here at home against Happy Valley. It's coming down to the end of the season. It'll be senior night. It'll be on Thursday night on Halloween, and it'll be against a team that you have the opportunity to kind of spoil some things for. I think it's something that you can kind of lean on throughout this last game of the season. It's not just go out there and have fun. It's, hey, we can play spoiler to a team also that has a really good chance to host a playoff game coming up the following week. But before we talk about that game, we don't need to get too far ahead of ourselves. We need to get a word from our sponsors in first. So we'll be right back after this break here on Grassroots Media.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greenville.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone's Director Service Evan Monroe Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the range with the West Greene Buffaloes football team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Evan Monroe. So you've got one more game this Friday night. You've got one more session of 48 minutes on the field for those seniors, hosting the Happy Valley Warriors, a team that's already locked in the second seed into the playoffs. It's senior night. It's Halloween night. It's the seniors' last chance to play football here at the range. So what's your expectations going into Friday night? Or I guess Thursday night, I'm sorry.
Yeah. When Happy Valley comes in, they're going to be big up front. They've got some big old kids, pretty physical. They've done a couple different things offensively, but they've been primarily a true wing tee team. You run a lot of tosses and fullback the old belly play. Quarterback will follow it up in there. Sometimes he'll pull it. They play just simple, sound football. Defensively, they'll be in a split 4, cover 3 most of the time. They may drop down to a 5-3 and bring one of those linebackers, put him over the center, try to give you some fits there. But they don't make a lot of mistakes. They're very well coached. They're very disciplined. They do things the right way, and they're a tough team to beat for that. When you do things the right way, it makes you hard to beat. So, Happy Valley just for us, we've got to come out and just execute better. Past several weeks, we've just come out and we've not executed well. We've got to know what the game plan is. We've got to know what our checks are, and we've got to go execute that when we call for it. So, that's on me. We got to get more reps of it during the week, and it'll be a challenge this week with it being a shorter week. Mm-hmm. So, Happy Valley, Coach Jarrett does a really, really good job up there. Even when they're down, they're still pretty good. We thought maybe they might have to take a step back with losing the Sowards kid from last year. But, man, they've just kind of kept rolling. The only team I think they've lost to in conference play was South Greene earlier in the season. So, they beat Eagleton, beat Hampton. So we've got to come ready to play Thursday
night. It is weird. We'll go ahead and say that if people don't know yet. It's on Thursday night this week because in Week 11, the TSSAA sets the region schedules. Region 1A, 3A, and 5A this year is on Friday. Region 2A, 4A, and 6A are on Thursday. The last 2 years they flip-flopped. I don't think outside of the last 2 years they had done that yet. Everything had been on Friday night in the years past. But again, we'll be on Thursday night this week on Halloween, so don't show up to the range on Friday night. If you do, the gates will be locked, and you'll be the only person here, and the lights probably won't be on. But on Thursday night, whenever you do play Happy Valley, as I mentioned, it's those seniors' last opportunity to play out here on the range. It'll be senior night. What's the message to the seniors going into this game?
Season hasn't went the way we wanted. Doesn't have to be a failure.
Yeah.
We still have the chance to come out and finish on a strong note. We still have the opportunity to come out, play with pride, play with passion, play with excitement, and come out and enjoy and finish your senior year on a win. I know playoffs we've been mathematically eliminated at this point, so playoff picture isn't there. But for us, it still gives you can still finish with pride and play for each other, play for your brothers in the locker room, and that's the message this week. Let's finish strong. It's easy to, when things go hard and go wrong in life, to lay down and quit and throw in the towel when things aren't really going your way. But when you've got your back against the wall and you're ready to kind of hang it in, throw in the towel, you see a lot about a person and their character. There's an old quote that says, "Tough times don't last, tough people do." Mm-hmm. So, for us, let's be a little tough this week. I know it's not easy when you don't really have a whole lot to play for, but you still have pride in each other. And that's the message we have to preach this week. It's not a great message because you like something a little more to motivate them, but that's where we're at. Our season hasn't went the way we've wanted, and that's on me as a head coach to have them better prepared, better practice plans, get them ready to execute better on a Friday night. For us, let's finish strong. Let's go out and play our butts off for 4 quarters. Who knows what happens? We may come out with a win.
How many seniors are on the team again?
10.
10 seniors.
So a good portion, and we're still rolling in a lot of young guys. Friday night I looked up, we had a couple guys get nicked up, dinged up. I had a freshman and 2 sophomores out there on the offensive line. So, it sucks that we're not where we want to be, but we're getting some of these younger guys valuable experiences and rotating a lot of younger guys in. So hopefully in the next couple of years we get this thing. Hopefully next year we have a little better season and we get it rolling. But, when you got those 10 guys that have put into this program, you want to finish their senior year on a high note.
You've got those 10 seniors who will take the field one last time against Happy Valley on Halloween on Thursday night. 3 keys to the game on Friday night. On Thursday night. It's very confusing once you don't play on Friday night, but you've got 3 keys to the game that you need to carry out in order to get a win. What are they against Happy Valley?
One, we've got to be better up front, offensive line and defensive line. We kind of got pushed around last Friday against South Greene. So for us, we've got to go be better up front. And, I'm going to challenge the linemen this week to really push themselves in practice to get better. Second thing is ball security. Take care of the football, win the turnover battle. Because if we don't do those couple things, man, we didn't really turn the ball over a whole lot Friday night. And it gave us an opportunity, a time or two, but just couldn't go execute on offensively to get anything going. Third thing is the explosive play battle. Okay. That was the battle we lost Friday night. Yeah. If you win, the statistics say if you win the turnover battle, win the explosive play battle, you've got a 70+% chance to win. So when you don't win those things, your chances of winning drop to I think it's under 15%. So, I'm not a great big analytics guy, but that's a pretty telling tale right there. Yeah. I forget which college coach I saw talk about it, but he said he looked over, I forget how many hundreds of college football games that said if they did these 2 things, they had a 70% chance of winning. So that's what they work on. Have been pretty successful. So I think it was the guy at Iowa State. What's his name?
Can't remember.
Row the boat guy.
He's having a pretty good season, though.
Yeah. So
seems like it works for him. So
yes, it does. So if it works at college, it probably works in high school.
Yeah.
So that'll be what we work on this week and try to come out Thursday night and get us a win.
You got 3 days until that game. Also, until then, Coach, take it easy. Best of luck on Thursday night. It's so weird saying that, but it'll be the last week of the season. To those seniors, one last time on senior night. Go honor those seniors on Thursday night. Come out and support the Buffs on Thursday night when they play Happy Valley, Coach. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you once again.
No problem.
Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Malone's Record Service Evan Monroe Show, presented by Critters Corner. We look forward to seeing y'all next time here on Grassroots Media.
Go Buffs.